The issue of campus sexual assault continues to plague American colleges and universities. One estimate says that among undergraduates, nearly a quarter of women and 5% of men experience a rape or a sexual assault through physical force, violence, or incapacitation. This problem is not new. So what can the federal government do to fix it?
Well, you look at private institutions or public institutions. If it's a state public institution, I think that's a state issue to do that. I mean, again, this is not about the federal government coming down. If it's a private institution, we need to hold them accountable. Look, I have a daughter that's a sophomore in college, so this is a real issue for me. And I think that they have to, it's unfortunate, but they have to do some things to provide themselves the adequate protection that they have. Don't go out by yourself, go in numbers. I mean, there are some things you can do. I don't think the federal government has to step in and tell either a private university or a public university what it is that they need to do.
And Representative Kuster, what do you think it is about the culture on college campuses that continues to make sexual assault an ongoing issue?
Well, I think back to the federal issue, because of all of the federal funding that goes into research at these colleges, even the university or private colleges, to say nothing of the Pell Grants and the federal funding for student college borrowing, I think the federal government absolutely does have a role. I disagree with Secretary DeVos, who has been trying to lessen the standard. I think that we should do more. We should insert ourselves in that process, make sure that perpetrators are held accountable. It's a very small number of people. Most people do not participate, and we can use both men and women to push back on that. They can be trained on bystander intervention, and they can be held accountable. That small number of people haven't been held to consequences. They aren't kicked off of campus, they aren't kicked off of school, and the point is they're there by invitation. They're there because they've been chosen to get this education, and they should be held accountable, and that will change the environment.